Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. How are you all? This is Kathy speaking, and I hope that you're all doing well. Happy Monday. Back to the grindstone. Back to work, everyone. How was your weekend? It was a bit of a mixed bag of goodies. Some really high points and some really low. I'd love to hear your comments if that is the case for you. Let's see from the energy oracle what's going on. So we know, astrologically speaking, it's been really tough. We've had this huge polarizing sort of energies. It's like a tug of war. Who's going to be the strongest? Who's going to come out on top? Very warlike energies. Very we've been needing to use up every little bit of patience within us and positive thinking. Eros has been sleeping on my table, not when the camera's on though. Let's see what the messages are today, as the messenger is here. And okay, this card just fell on my lap. I just knocked it with my nail, so I'm going to take that. What was I saying? Yeah, Eros was sleeping on my table, not when the camera was on, unfortunately. He's now sleeping next door. Yesterday was such a gloomy day. Let's put these away. It was such a gloomy day that the kitties were sleeping all day. Now it felt like this. So I'm gonna look at it as it's almost going to turn upright. So daughter value, we're halfway there. The daughter value is half the way up. For some, I mean, it's like the wheel, as the wheel turns. If you yourself personally have had a really tough time, financial issues, you haven't been valued, anything to do with securities, monies, finances, maybe you're waiting on some sort of money that hasn't arrived yet. Maybe you're waiting on recognition or a certain door to open. It's just around the corner. It's not far. Now, if you've had this opening already for yourself, then logically it would be turning downwards. But I don't think that's the case with the energies. This is turning upright. It is turning upright. Jupiter has entered Taurus, everyone. Okay, and that, if that is not promise, then I don't know what is. We've all got Taurus somewhere in our chart. Jupiter for a whole year will be in the sign of Taurus. And not only will the blessings be personally, but collectively too. Just give it a few days, take a few breaths, put on an oxygen mask if you need to, and breathe some oxygen. Get out there in the wild, get out in your gardens, go for a walk, do whatever you need. I want to take the message from Spirit first today. So daughter value is opening. Thank you, Spirit. Intuitive nudges. Boy, have we had those today, and I just got the goosebumps as I said that. It's just uncanny today, the signs, synchronicities, nudges from Spirit. It's unbelievable. Intuition is the language of the soul. We are all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and to our divine spirit. So the intuitive nudges are saying, look out for those. Okay, it could be from, a couple of notes on a song. It could be birds, anything to do with animals, anything that speaks to you, when when it is. I mean, you think, okay, what does that mean? I mean, that's strange, or this rings a bell, or this reminds me of that. This is what we're talking about. Okay, so You already feel it. We already feel that there is much more abundance on the way, and this will last as well. It's Jupiter and Taurus will be there for a couple of for a whole year, till next May, till end of next May, so over a year in the sign of Taurus, which is a Venus ruled sign. So love, prosperity, securities, anything to do with property, anything to do with whatever it is that makes you feel good, comfortable, safe and secure. Financially, what it is that you're working on, let's say. Remember that Taurus is a fixed earth sign. Security and finances are of great importance, and therefore we strive to do that, to accomplish. And I say we because we've all got Taurus somewhere in our chart, okay? But Jupiter does bring easier situations, opportunities. The only danger with Jupiter, my dear friends, is to not go overboard. Okay, don't go overboard. So if you're feeling optimistic, stay grounded. If you're feeling over-optimistic, stay grounded. Keep the optimism, but stay, have your feet planted on the ground. Wait until you can actually see it, right? Feel it, touch it, whatever. Whatever you're feeling, because you're feeling a sense of hope, prosperity. There's optimism there for sure already. But we've still got a lot of challenging aspects. So we've got, it's like cold, hot, black, white, a lot of fluctuating energies. What can we do? I mean, the moon is in Cancer now. Venus is in Cancer. A lot of sensitivities are coming up. Now, Mars has ingressed into Leo. And Mars is challenging Pluto in Aquarius, and of course Jupiter in Taurus. So those of you that are of the fixed signs and you're born the first couple of days, you're feeling this mostly, okay? But Jupiter always brings Jupiter is the stardust, right? Is the stardust where the polarization, like Pluto opposite Mars, this is war-like energies. It's like push and pull, and it's like the Five of Swords energy, to give you an understanding. And Jupiter can make that bigger, can over-exaggerate, but can also bring blessings and a bit of, take off a bit of that edge, okay? What's going on? What are the messages today? And it's incredible. Monday, I'm usually not here on a Monday. Okay, I felt called to do this today. So also, if you're not on Patreon, I would suggest coming on Patreon. We will be taking the 3 winners for the month of it's the May draw. So you should join us if you haven't. Every 3 months we do 3 free tarot readings, and we do astrology, mythology, and we learn a lot of astrology on Patreon. So, dear Spirit, what's going on? I feel to change it up a little bit. As I said, I'm mutable, right? I like change. Let's see what's going on energetically. We are reading the energies. We've got a Knight of Cups here. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. There's some sort of an offer on the table, but it's not. We know the Knight is never 100% sure. Okay, he's got very strong, it's water, and water is very fluctuating. Could be quite emotional, over emotional. There could be romance, too much and then not enough, and pulling back. This is what the Knight of Cups is all about. Now, of course, it's in this deck here, in the Light Seers deck, we see a lot of red. So it could be a water sign. Obviously, Scorpio is very strong for me. We're still in the energies of the Scorpio lunar eclipse. But if it's not, or even if it is a water sign, they probably hold strong fire in their chart as well. This is a creative offer, a romantic offer. We've got Judgment. I was just talking about Scorpio. Second chances, or there's going to be an offer that's going to bring a second chance, a lot of happiness, and a resurrection, maybe. A resurrection. But it can also be a moment of crisis. This could also say that, for me, if this is love by any chance, because we do have Scorpio, and Scorpio is very hidden, we do have sensitivities. As I said, Venus is in Cancer. If we're talking about a water sign, water signs don't easily open up. They're quite sensitive, and they hide, especially Scorpio. They hide their true emotions for fear of being hurt. And that's the Knight of Cups, for sure. So this Knight of Cups hasn't had it easy in love. Hasn't had it easy in love, because I feel that it's them going through, they will be going through this resurrection, their life, their love life. So now for some of you, of course, it could be the person that's going to give you a second chance. So your love life is going into, or the possibilities of a resurrection, breathing oxygen into a love connection. Or if this is business, again, there's second chances. Now this offer, whatever this is, it's probably good news, because it can bring lots of money from a partner, from a bank, whatever this is. For a creative venture, what is it? I mean, that you're creating. Let's see what's going on. There it is. The money comes in. The money comes in, and the door to value and prosperity. Jupiter and Taurus. Scorpio is right opposite, remember. See, this is reciprocity. This is a return. This is, some of you may have done some work and the money hasn't come through yet. So let's see what else is going on. We've got the Five of Cups. So not all is lost, but there are regrets pertaining to the past. Okay, more water. We do have some earth here. So a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, to me, Libra comes up with this card as well. Libra is equal giving and receiving. We see that. So either a return or a payout or something like that. That's what we're talking about. And the money is probably coming. The prosperity, the abundance, and even the truth about someone's emotions that were hidden. Maybe someone is more open now here. Remember, Mercury has turned direct now. Mercury is still in Taurus. Looking forward to Mercury entering its home sign of Gemini soon. But don't forget that Mercury is still treading over the degrees that he retrograded. So we're still sort of not totally out of the woods where Mercury retrograde is concerned, right? Because Mercury is still at 7 degrees. It's got to get up to 15 degrees. And whatever's going on now and has been going on for you, this will also be happening in September. So, because Jupiter is going to retrograde at the same area of Taurus that Mercury did. So very important, very beneficial, of course, mainly helpful for water and earth signs with Mercury's movement through Taurus. Obviously, Jupiter now in Taurus, he's beneficial for everyone, but mostly those of you at the beginning of, you've got planets or points or whatever at the beginning of the earth signs. So you will have the blessings of Jupiter first, of course. Let's see what's going on. And then the others later down the track for earth and water signs that are born in the first few days. Okay, Two of Swords. It's interesting here, because the Two of Swords is a dilemma and someone's in their head here. We know that 2s are all about balance, but they're all about a segregation. In actual fact, the Judgment is a 2 because it's a 20, breaks down to a 2. And 6s are balance as well. Now, we've got an imbalance here with the 5 of Cups. And we'll usually see the 3 cups that are spilt, which is saying that something, there was some happiness, but for some reason, something didn't work out. It didn't work out, but we've still got those 2 cups standing, all right? And, you know, it's the first time that I've really looked at this card. She's actually tipping out. She's tipping out the 4th cup. And she's like opening up this vortex here. It's like she's, I don't know, there's something to do with a trial or testing the waters, fearing that there's going to be a vortex, someone's going to get sucked into something again, maybe something that didn't make them happy. This could be second thoughts of going back instead of moving forward. Because in actual fact, if we've got 4 spilt cups, 4 spilt cups means, remember, emotional boredom, not being in an emotional situation in our environment, in our personal life, let's say, or anything to do with the past, anything to do with where we reside, or anything to do with our family, the people that are in our environment, right, in our periphery. And we see that she's sort of holding on to the cup, the Ace of Cups, but it's like she's not focusing on that. I don't know, that's what I get here. I think that you should trust your intuition, how this speaks to you personally. We also see the reflection of the stars in the in this ace here, and the stars speak to a promise of a wish fulfillment, which she's not actually focusing on, but she's more testing the waters about the past. I don't know if this speaks to sacrifice as well. Yeah, because you see, it's like back and forth with the 2 of Swords. It's like last thoughts here. Remember, there's a dilemma. There's a dilemma here for sure, but we've got the 10 of Cups. Now, the 10 of Cups, yes, is happiness. It's bliss, and it's togetherness, and it's emotional fulfillment. But remember, 10s turn into aces. Yes, it speaks to possibilities of finding the ultimate happiness. It does have to do with families. We do see a family here. But this could also speak to someone being split between their family and a love relationship, possibly. This could also possibly speak to partnership and business. Doesn't have to only speak to love and romance, friendships, whatever it is. Lots of cups. Well, yeah, we've got the Knight of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and then the 10. From the 5 to the 10. So the changes that are coming, even though there's a last moment dilemma, someone's being pushed here. There's help from Spirit. Aid comes in surely to bring in this happiness. It's either to close up a deal, close up a family situation, a cycle where there was a lack of happiness, because the Ace of Cups is also self-love, let's not forget, but also an opportunity for new love. Remember the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, he's coming in, but he takes his time, his sweet old time. Maybe because there's a lot of red, I usually do see Sagittarian energy. This could be someone that's got to cover ground. We've got a horse that's quite playful here. Quite playful. Oh, Knight of Wands. Yes, exactly what I was talking about. Very much like the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is chasing someone's desires. It is covering the ground. There is optimism. There's Jupiterian energies here, my dear friends. What's beneath that? King of Cups, Knight of Cups, King of Cups. Now, some of you could be possibly, because the Knight of Wands could be a player as well. Nevertheless, Knight of Wands is very driven, very optimistic, okay? As an energy, we go from the Knight of Cups to the Knight of Wands. This is the general energy where there's a lot of optimism. And again, we see the horse. Look at the happiness here. Like, it speaks to the wild. It could speak to a sense of feeling free. Okay, King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Looks like someone's been going within, soul searching. No doubt about that. I'd like to take a couple of Sibilas here. Let's take a couple of Sibilas and see. The door to value could be that someone's valuing you and you're feeling very abundant, but the value could also be bringing in the dough. You know what I mean? Or this could be, I mean, it is a number 31, which equals a 4. 4 is the Emperor, and the Emperor does speak to the boss, but it could also speak to someone that's there to support you. Could be anyone in your life, could be a partner, could be a father, could be a grandfather, could be anything. Let's see what this 10 of Cups speaks to. We've got Amalato, 4 of Swords, low morale, but we've got a sudden turn of events. This is Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus. It's just out of the blue. This is a message or news coming in. That's, you know, left wing. It's very unexpected. It's a happy turn of events. Now it's the 6 of Wands, which speaks to success. Obviously, it does show the dough. Here is the money. Here is the return. Here is the value. Here is the abundance. Here is someone valuing you. Here is what you've created. Wow. Here is what you have created being, there's recognition here. Whether it's after a disappointment, because this is the 4 of Swords. This is like psychological discomfort and low morale, not believing that something could work out here. Now we've got Allegrezza al Cuore, which is merriment and happiness. We do see 2 males and a female. It's the 5 of Cups, which is here. But we also see them happy and merry. So what I see here is that it says, not all is lost. Yes, there is bittersweet energies here. Certainly there are. But with this 5 of Cups showing up twice, there are changes on the way. We go from the 5 to the 10, remember. I want to see what this Knight of Wands is, because it's the general energy. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, stanza, the room, things that have been going on behind the scenes that maybe you did not know about, things that were hidden. This has got a sexual connotation as well. So it's like a fresh breeze of air comes through. And that means something long-term, something of value. Remember, Ace of Pentacles could be anything. It could be a long-term relationship. It could be a promotion. It could be good news, something that will stabilize you. It could be a new project. It could be anything, my dear friends. Remember the door to value. Okay, what's at the bottom? Let's take a peek. Donna de Servizio, 3 of Pentacles. So good news where collaborations are concerned, whether it's a small group of people or it's you and a partner or you and your friends. This is the Virgo energy. And Virgo is all about service, dear friends. This is helpful energies coming in, positive energies. And remember, Virgo is all about purification. It's Virgo is the details, but Virgo also is of help where practical matters are concerned, things to do with the work, Health, yes. Health, psychological, emotional, physical, yeah. After jealousy, fears, negativity here. It's the Eight of Swords here, and Eight of Swords is jealousy in the Sibilas here. Third parties, but also just expecting the worst. And when we expect the worst, dear friends, this is what we gravitate towards. So don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Let's see emotionally what kind of a day it's going to be and wrap it up here. What's going on emotionally, where our psyche is concerned. Make sure you're subscribed, you're receiving the notifications. Make sure that that little bell is pressed on, that you're receiving the notifications. Some of you may not even realize. And thank you for sharing, liking, subscribing, and commenting to all of you. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, dear Gemini. Happy birthday, dear Gemini. My beautiful little mutable Gemini people, friends. I've got many of those. Oh my. Oh my. Someone is on their way back. This is a return on something that you've already planted the seed on. The this card says just a little bit more patience. There's a return. Now, in June, we've got Saturn retrograding, okay? We've got lots of retrogrades coming up. So if you're interested in why and how and what that means, we tell you on Patreon. We speak about that. So we've got fire here. I do see the fresh start as, first of all, it is Earth. We see Earth, but we also see, it reminds me of the Ace of Wands. So this is something that we are creating, something that you are very, that you desire very much so. This could be a relationship. This could be a past friendship. This could also be a return on money. Okay, something that gives you value, something that you value, someone that values you is coming back in. Some of you maybe have been very patient, you're receiving that now. Or this is what's happening, you may need to be a little bit more patient. We're not all on the same timeline. Please remember that. Now, just because, and this is a dream that I had a few years ago with her frock, her dress. It looks like a wedding. It looks like a wedding dress. Nevertheless, I've had a dream a few years ago where my lounge room was covered in wedding fabric. The house was ready for a wedding. The party was going to be there, but there was absolutely no one there. There were silver goblets. Everything was ready for a wedding party after the church, right? After the actual ceremony. And that's what I get with this, because there was no one there. I don't know what that means for you personally, but I felt called to tell you this message. It was a very prophetic dream. I'm still trying to figure out what it means after a few years. One day I know I'll have the answer to it, but that's what this card speaks to me about. So whether it's a marriage or an engagement or some sort of a contract, I believe that you've already planted the seed. Maybe you're going to have now the idea or the nudges that, yes, what the seeds that you've planted, whatever it is that you've worked towards, it's growing. This is Earth, and Earth is slow. You will get to see it, though. What is at the bottom? Oh my God, oh my God. I mean, this is like the Ace of Pentacles for me. Oh my God, talk about prosperity and value. Oh my God, take a deep breath, everyone. Okay, Jupiter, the god Zeus, does promise a lot, so don't lose hope. Keep the faith. Jupiter is there. Remember, Jupiter is all about the truth. There's justice. There's truth. There's freedom. Good karma, dharma. That's what we're in for now. It's about time too. And with that, I will leave you. I want to thank you all so much for being here with me. Let's pick family. Compromise. Okay. Of course, it'll speak differently to each of you. There is great promise here. I'm wishing you well. Thank you so much, my dear friends. I will be back. As I said, we're going to take the 3 winners for Patreon. So if you hear this message, great. Okay. I will see you there. Love you all. Thank you so much. Have a great day.